All right, I believe we're live. Are we live? Potentially. Let me mute that. Hello there. Fuller hype. I did see that. It would be very cool. To be honest, the mod itself, the Veil mod, was really cool. I kind of wish that there was like more references to it. Like, I know Fallout New Vegas mods back in the day, you used to be able to like reference, like, you know, if you did quests and stuff. I don't know why the mod author, maybe it's not possible. Hello Gary. Where's my fire team is locked and loaded. Get some ship build. I also like was using console commands to give myself perks that I never got around to needing. Hello Nolroth. Like now I have astrodynamics, which increases the jump drive and fuel cost. Remember that perk called Nolroth? That's a fun perk, isn't it? Alright. I need time to run. And I got another monster punch. This one's Rio. Apparently, let's see what Brazil tastes like. Oh, it smells nice. Oh Jesus, what? Why are they always so like sickly sweet? No, no. I don't know if you were aware. I tried to mute him because he was like, "Who wants to hear lore about a game?" And I was like, "No." So I like timed him out for 10 seconds, but delete everybody's comment or delete all his comments. Let's get to building.
You need to offer? Sure, have at it.
Oh wait. No. Apparently, according to this can of monster, over 70% of the world's fruit comes from Brazil. I didn't know that. That's kind of cool. Uh-oh. Why do I have so many books? Ship repair fundamentals? Oh, that's because I'm looking in the wrong thing. Whoops. Who's the Guyver? Standard Monster? I don't think... Isn't Standard Monster like lemon and lime flavor? Why did nothing happen when I did that? Oh, did I drop it? Oh, they're bad. How goes it? Papa. What did I do? I put my notes. There we go. I have not tried the coffee ones. Hello X. The thing is I don't know if they realistically do it, because they'd have to make another paid mod themselves. I mean, they could probably do a patch. The art of merging. Gimme. Oh, we're gonna try build your crappy ship from that like Warhammer knockoff spider. Let's see how it goes.
Okay.
Bum. The Galileo. We're actually gonna. We won't use the CP. Alright, so I've got. Here we go. Already have some like ideas. No, we're not building a turtle. Not today. Not ever. Let me see the picture you sent me. Okay, it looks kind of doable. I'm not necessarily against flying turtles, but I'm not exactly for them either. He tried to warn you about turtles? Fuck. Ooh, a missile frigate would be very nice. I mean, any sort of, like, it'd be really cool to see, like, how functional you could make the frigate, or, like, a missile boat. See, I feel like if we, in Germany, we have a YouTuber who builds ships, always like the turtle. That's not Angry Turtle, is it? Does he do Starfield? I know he does 76. They're adding fishing to 76, which weirdly, that kind of makes me want to play it. I always liked fishing in games. Alright, so the front of this ship is sloped downward. Oh, it's like a sharper drop. I see. I think you mentioned that. Did you mention that to me already, Curtis? And I see it in a comment. I have not checked it out. I'll definitely have to add that because I really like the Dark Universe mods. There's no piece that goes up. I've been a big fan of Chaos Nerd. Oh, fishing in Starfield would be fucking sick. Like stuff like that, just to add to the kind of. Well, just fishing in general would be really cool. I'm trying to. But yeah, it'd be like cool going out on like one of the little boats. Just be like, all right, we're fishing today, boys. What are we gonna catch? Trying to like get a piece. It needs to kind of be down more. Deadliest catch. I feel like they're all probably high as balls, so like it's kind of irrelevant. Like, oh, did you see this like chasm bass? Really good eating. It's like you can eat it. Well, the way I'm looking at it is it kind of like extends out slightly. Trying to get something that would go down at an angle, but it's just gonna be a little tricky no matter what we do. Alright, let me see. I feel like it's definitely coming. I mean, if it's not, we might have to riot. Getting the shape is a little bit tricky because it's very like wide. Feel like if at the very least we don't get if we don't get ship parts, we have problems. A few characters mention home planets, which is kind of annoying because we know very little about it. Which you kind of like expect. Like I'm surprised that Starfield hasn't kind of went with the all the Molotovs get used. I kind of wish Starfield would have went with the would have went with like Gaia worlds and stuff like that. Just I feel like it'd be really, really cool to kind of have those sort of stuff. Needs to be longer, but I don't know how long. So we need... Alright, put you there. Put you there. Earth world. Well, no, Gaia worlds are like slightly. Well, I don't know actually. They're probably like Earth worlds, but in like Stellaris, Gaia worlds are like perfect worlds. They're kind of like almost always like perfect climate, perfect weather. No like natural predators or anything like that. Ah. Well, in Stellaris, I will tell you that it is far better than Earth. Because it offers like a massive bonus. So that's, we're kind of like, we're getting somewhere with the shape. Stellaris is not wrong. Stellaris is a god tier game. There was one of the mod authors, a Train Wiz, was supposed to be doing a Gaia world, but I think he lost interest. Oh, Stellaris is fucking amazing. It's not a, hello Shadow, it's not a turtle, but hello. Stellaris, such a good game. The only thing about Stellaris is that there's so much DLCs where I think now they've brought out like a kind of a membership thing where you can like for like a month you can basically pay like $10 and get access to all the DLCs, which I would highly recommend once you've played the game in vanilla. See, the thing is with Stellaris, every time they do an expansion, they like completely overhaul the game, which I think that's actually free. I don't think it messes with anything like that. Yeah, Stellaris is very expensive, but it's really good. I think I kept up until like season 4 or season 5, and then I kind of like lost interest a little bit. Excuse me, just because I haven't played it in ages. Oh, they're overhauling it again? Ooh. I do like the overhauls, although it's kind of insane that they tweak so much stuff where you're kind of looking at it, you're like, what is this? What have you done to the game? No. Nothing like substantial yet. All we know is that it's coming. And what that means, we have no fucking idea. No, I think there'll be Starfield news before the PlayStation release, because if it was like after, it could be tomorrow. I don't think it'll be next. Realistically, it should be soon. Like, I don't know. I wish I had some inside sources. Bethesda, hit me up, please. Hello, Mona. How are you? Like, the 6-week timeline thing, I do understand it, though, because it's kind of difficult, like, keeping something going for, like, that long. Like, it's very easy to burn out at that point. Alright, you curve up. The fuck? Oh, is there new pieces? Yeah, they're mech doors. You know, Baldur's Gate's doing some very nice stuff. I need to get back into that game, but it's been a while. How do you... Oh. Oh, Jesus. It did. But oh, Jesus. The story, like, don't get me wrong, I like Baldur's Gate, and I think a lot of people... No, I don't think it... I doubt we're going to be, like, waiting. Need some wings. I don't think we're gonna have to wait for, like, stuff that long, because at that point, like, it would be a misstep from Bethesda, because it just kind of then will make people think, like, oh, like, so the console and PC, or the Xbox and PC players, like, do they not matter? Like, I will say, obviously, not everyone is going to agree with me, but I honestly don't really care if it breaks mods. Like, mods are awesome, and I know my channel is, like, very heavily kind of modded Starfield kind of reviews, but I much rather the game. Oof. Yeah, I seen that, Michael. Like, they're waiting. I think Nintendo are basically waiting to see, like, I think they're waiting to, like, April, the end of April, just to see, like, how much it's going to affect stuff. Apparently, you can buy a Japanese version of the Switch for, like, cheaper, but it's in Japanese, so you'd have to know how to speak Japanese. Which is a bit like, yeah, I don't think, well, the thing is, like, obviously I think they care to some extent. And I would assume that if it's a paid mod, Bethesda would kind of make the... It's going to be a PR night where no matter what happens, people like to whinge about fucking everything. It's like, if and when we, like, actually get, you know, like, proper, you know, content for Starfield, anyone that bitches or moans needs to literally shut the fuck up. Because it's, yeah, it's just... See, the only thing with verified verified getting a heads up is you tell creators like that, they're probably going to leak it, and Bethesda's going to lose any momentum. Like why there was a big issue with the rover, because I feel like they basically had to kind of, you know, add the rover. Very, like, kind of last minute sort of thing. Come on, I know you're there. I would love to see them revamp some of the stuff, though. But I I think realistically too, when a new update comes out, like maybe I'm just the only, I'm assuming I'm not the only one, but like I always think like mods kind of take a back seat when it's update day. Like for the simple reason that you know, it's update day. We're gonna get some like actual substantial content. Like, because I remember when Starfield updated for Shattered Space, remember people complaining about their mods breaking? That's like, motherfucker, we got an expansion. What the fuck do you mean? Hello, United. Yeah, see, I have a non-modded save for all that. They did a lot of hot fixes prior. Oh, for Shattered Space, yeah, they're. Which that also does make me wonder, like. You're not wrong, Mona. You're not wrong. Because the other thing too is like, same. It's like give me content. We want the content. What exactly is this monster? It's not a fucking turtle. I'm building. I think it's from one of the Power Ranger movies. I think it transports Megazords. It's not a base game Shroud ship. All ships look like base game Shroud ships. The curving is going to be like the hardest part. Oh, actually, wait, maybe not. Powerpuff Girls. I kind of wish I had the Alright, Spider, you're gonna hate me, but I think I might have to scrap this. Because I'm looking at pieces, and I know that if I use the bad tech mod, I would definitely be able to make it. Plus, it does look like a... It does look like a Stroud ship. You have bested me. Now, to make a ship that's not Stroud, but also Stroud. The thing is, I could definitely do it, Spider, but I think the big thing is, like, whenever I, like, do any sort of build like that, like, when I did the Halo one on stream, we can do asymmetrical. I did the Halo one on stream. I looked at it beforehand. There was an update in December, but it didn't add anything major. It was just kind of like, biggest reason I care about broken mods and updates. Well, my ships are built with mods to get broken. Well, the thing is, Killer, at that point is you need to make a vanilla save with no mods. Like, anyone who's, like, been playing Starfield from the get-go should have a save that's kind of vanilla. Because mods are going to break. Especially ship-based mods. Well, it's not really a poor showing, because the thing is with mods is, like, when it comes to, like, modding, there's a kind of a mix between, so no real update. Yeah, no real update. Oh, you were talking about the no update. Yeah, it is. I'm really hopeful that we're going to get a substantial update. Like, I feel like at the very least, because we know that they're going to be, we know that there's an Xbox. Hold on now. Is there? Like, give me a second. Is there a patch for? Is there a patch for the Falkland that adds It adds like all the stuff to the shipbuilder. Hello, Will. How goes it? I'm gonna really quickly download that because I want the ship entrance from the back. All right, let's pray to baby Jesus. If anybody sees, well, that's not button. Anybody sees anything weird in my mod list, don't worry about it, okay? Yes, I may have downloaded that inappropriate mod, and yes, I have a video on the way. Auckland. Where is it? Yeah, no, I'm aware. But where's what's the mod? How do you? No, I'm doing a video to mock it because it's fucking depraved. How do I? What's the mod called? Is it just updated? Or do I need like a Falklands? Oh, so it's just part of the base mod? Oh, okay, cool. All right. Gary will be invisible, but who gives a fuck? No little winkles out. I found the best prescription for mods is to play with few and just... Yeah, honestly, like I know a lot of people like having their big mod kind of load order, and I did for a while. But at the same time, it's just... Because I think everyone will do it. Like, we all, you know, will spend ages, you know, downloading and curating loads of mods for Skyrim or whatever, and then realize, like, we don't need, like, the majority of them. It's not allowed, and it's not the first time. I know that stats slipped in with Skyrim initially, and then it slipped in with Fallout. All right, we're back.
Hey, what can I do for you? Sure, have it.
I had a big loader until they started breaking my game. Mod authors blame the player. Yeah. You do have situations like that where it's kind of like... Jesus Christ, that's a lot of mods. Where are they? Have I been lied to? Immersion mods are my favorite too. Am I gonna have to go the whole way in there? Are we gonna have to go in real quick? The lodge does have a bathroom. It's downstairs. I was out of lubricant. What are you doing with the lubricant, Michael? Oh, okay. I didn't... Glad you added the bloody freezers because I thought you were like getting a bit... Wait, where is Falkland? There it is. Mass residential or commercial. So I thought that it added them. See, I do think if companies using mods keep a game alive, that's a major problem. Yeah, I don't disagree. Like it's see, I think a lot of people, this is like one of the things a lot of people don't realize. Like, mods are cool and a lot of people like mods, but the issue is that a lot of, like, the majority of people don't touch mods. It's the same way, like, the majority of people playing Starfield don't, like, they don't watch YouTube, they don't do, like, gamers generally just, yeah. It's like when you see people on Reddit kind of talking about stuff, and then you're like, oh, Reddit, yeah. Need to view and modify my ship. I mean, I wouldn't mind. I only want it for one fucking part. Oh, it doesn't even have the fucking big one. This was fucking pointless. For fuck's sake. Yeah, no, the Falkland stuff is really cool. This is Falkland Shipbuilder. It's a paid mod. Where am I going? Where am I going? Where's my ship? Am I legally mined? Who's going to cause trouble? Probably Flippy, if I'm being honest. It's always Flippy. Yeah, I knew it. Alright, I was gonna say, see, yeah, you just, like, I think people overestimate, like, how powerful mods are. Because, look, paid mods has definitely gotten Bethesda, like, a sizable chunk. But I think people will be delusional if they think that that's what's keeping it going. And if that is the case, like, the thing is, like, we you know, we all love Starfield and stuff, and I am hoping that they come out with a substantial update and a kind of an explanation as to why they've been fucking dormant for the last 7 months. If they don't, I will be very saddened. Yeah, but like, to be honest, I replayed Skyrim. Like, I like mods. I replayed Skyrim probably 5 times using very little, if any, mods. Same with, like, Fallout. I think the only mods I really used on Fallout, and that's just me. Like, a lot of people, like, you know, are gonna, like, you know, using mods, which is fair. You know, there's no denying that. But I think it's very, imagine the Jays come out and be like, here's another... Oh, my, no, don't say that. You can play Skyrim and Starfield. Hell yeah. See, I feel like if you're not playing vanilla, though, like, I feel like that's a travesty. Like, you gotta play vanilla at least once, you know, to kind of get the appeal. Because I think the other thing that, like, and this is where, like, the purist in me gets really, like, anal, is, like, when people kind of use mods that are, like, kind of lore-friendly, but also not. Like, it's, like, slight nitpick, right? Because ultimately, the thing is with, like, modding and stuff is, like, you can do what you want to do, you know, believe in what you want to believe. But, like, when I see people that, like, have, like, modded it so, like, that Sarah looks different or something, I'm like, why? That's not my Sarah. Or, like, if somebody, like, downloads a mod that they think is lore-friendly and stuff. Because that's the other thing, too. Like, say, for instance, some people could argue, they might be like, oh, paid mods like The Veil. Is that lore-friendly? No. God, no, it's not lore-friendly. Like, people have I've seen people argue that technically everything is lore-friendly because, like, alternate realities, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's lore-friendly, you know? Like, there honestly, there needs to be, like, a big update, a huge update that realistically needs to rival an expansion. Like, we need expansion level update for free, an explanation as to why they were dormant, and then new expansion coming out in August. And little teasers, and then they basically reevaluate with us, like, okay, this is our plan going forward, this is what we hope to achieve, you know, just so we can kind of... How the fuck am I gonna do this? I'm trying to, like... I don't think it is the PS5 release, because Starfield, the team that would be doing that would be a different team, like, floating jellyfish, hell yeah, be the Hanar. There would be a team that would port that, because porting games is very difficult, and it requires very, like, look at, like, we go back to Fallout 3 on PlayStation, lol, what a joke of a game. And that was, yeah. So more than likely there's going to be... No, it does. It does need that. And I would like to think that they will do that. But at the same time, I don't have any ideas on what I can do. I kind of want to use, like, this as the front of a ship. This one happily agrees. I don't know, though. Oh, wait. I might have an idea. But yeah, like, it's just because I'm the sort of person where, like, I remember with, like, Fallout, I used to, like, get in debates about Fallout, and people would, like reference, like, mods that are, like, kind of lore-friendly, but they're not lore. And, like, this is the other thing, like, with paid mods, is it's a very tricky thing from a story point of view, because there could be some awesome... Like, somebody could make an awesome mod. Like, an example, right? The shuttle mod by Downfall, the shuttle... Some tweaks and improvements, that is, in my opinion, lore-friendly. That should have existed with the base game. You know? Like the, like Milk's mod, the mining one, again, that's lore-friendly. That should kind of exist. Like, because Bethesda have the lore-friendly tags, but, like, again, it's always, like, a tricky one to determine, like, okay, what's actually lore-friendly versus what isn't lore-friendly, you know? There's a fair an update comes out alongside PlayStation release. You'll hear people with. Well, see, I would like to think that an update would come before. Hopefully. Oh, did you? Nice, Flippy. I'll have to play that. The mining mod is good. Now, in hindsight, I was actually talking to literally after 6 software updates. Lol. I was like having this argument, or like I ran to Deadly about all this stuff, and she has no idea, but she just kind of plays along. Like, the Mining Conglomerate DLC is a fucking awesome DLC. Or I say DLC, it's an awesome paid mod. But if we look back to when it first came out, it was basically like, here's what is in it. Here's what we plan to do. You're kind of basically pre-ordering a tech demo. And while I have a lot of faith in Mining Conglomerate, I think it's a really fucking cool mod. I think that thankfully we don't see any more of that issue where mod authors with paid mods kind of put out something and then say more's coming. Because I definitely think Bethesda should get ahead of that shit. Now, we haven't seen, I don't think we've really seen any mods. There has been paid mods that have gotten updates, which is cool, you know? Like, I'm all for paid mods getting free content updates and stuff. But at the same time, you know, you expect everything to kind of be, you know, like, you know, you pay for what you get. Starborn War, I mean, there would have to be like a lot of thing, because the Starborn they're not organized, they're individuals. You're wild, and we were quiet because we were working. That doesn't pass. Yeah. I mean, I am hoping that... I mean, realistically, they're probably going to say nothing, which... That's some Elite Dangerous style stuff, and I could 100% get behind that. No, I think... I mean, I hope we... Each live stream I'm like hoping we're getting like one step closer to like actual content. Like, please, Bethesda, give us the content. We need it. Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi, you're my only hope. I don't see them doing Star Wars. Just can't see them not doing by a named actor. Nah. I think most game companies kind of... Oh, what the fuck? I think most companies kind of like sidestepped away from that sort of thing, to be completely honest. Because the issue is, and it's the same... Do I not have thingy turned on? It's the same with like Destiny. Look at all the big characters they... Is this... Hello? What the fuck? Oh, it's because I didn't... Whoops. I have to activate thing. See, with it being a single-player game, I think there's going to be a lot of people that will jump in and play it when there's a new update. Now, realistically speaking, single-player games don't usually have a big pull to it.
Some work done?
Like,
Sure
basically, with a lot of single-player games, and maybe it's because Bethesda is the exception. Like, when people play games like God of War or like Assassin's Creed, usually they'll play it till they 100% and then they'll kind of step away. Whereas for me, whenever I play, Starfield's pretty much been confirmed to be coming out on PlayStation, Flippy. Have I not told you this?
Sure, have at it.
Right now, we're finally gonna build a fucking ship. And again, I don't know. I think Bethesda's writing is very like... Yeah, but that's a kind of a different style of game. Like, it's a role-playing game with, like, different classes and stuff. Like, it's... You could kind of put it on the same side of, like... On the same side of, like, of Elite... Or not Elite... Of Mass Effect. I was saying that. There is a lot of a big difference. Hello. I don't mind turn-based. I do wish there was a first person. You're not wrong, Mona. There very much needs to be... Oh, God. Yeah, this Rio monster number nice. There very much needs to be, like, a lot of stuff. Like, honestly, like, I really wish, like... I think it would be awesome if, behind the scenes... If Bethesda was actually, like, talking with some modders about implementing, you know, mods into the base game. Like, the flip mod, just give us the fucking flip mod. Give us parts. You know, like, there's so many mods that are just... Hello? Right now, it's not immersive to give legacy to Crimson Fleet, then be Vanguard. And... Well, to be honest... Skyrim has, like, Elder Scrolls, okay. Fallout, Bethesda games have always done that. They've never prevented you necessarily from joining one faction. That's kind of always been their thing. You could be, like, a member of the Dark Brotherhood, but also a member of the Thieves Guild. Now, they could definitely shy away from it, but I don't think that would be, like, a good idea for them to shy away from it. I do like that, like, it locks you out of some things, like, and I would like to see, like, 'cause I think the thing too is I feel like they need to expand on the whole, like, multiverse, like, thing, and the Starborn, like, the Unity, and kind of, because right now we know very little, and there's a lot of speculation, and, like, the New Game Plus was definitely something that Bethesda, like, had intended on. Can I flip these? New Game Plus was something that Bethesda, like, they clearly had some cool ideas from it, but they ultimately fall very flat. And I am hoping that Bethesda will kind of come back and kind of reevaluate and be like, okay, like, this clearly wasn't working, let's try something different. Can I? Where's the big one? How does that look? Actually, that might look nice. See? Who? Deadly would definitely play the finals. She needs some assistance. I'm not. Wait, what did you say, Flippy? Fuck you. We're building a ship. I'm not really sure. I really want to use this Kontiki bridge, but apparently it's fucking non-existent. No. Bum, bum, ba-dum. We're gonna do engineering bay, control station. We'll do an armory. No, with wrong button. Like, I have some ideas. It's just getting it into the flow of things. Nice. We need to expand it outwards now. I got solar, but I'm not a soldier. Make a hive ship. Fuck that. Just be a cube. I did Owl. It looks very nice. Play. I only use one mate. Yeah, see, I think a lot of people do that with like roleplay sort of stuff. I kind of try to, but it's not always. No. He means the hive ship from Destiny. Need to expand it outward. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, no. Hello there, Leonardo. How are you? What? What do you mean, what on earth is Atlantis? Flippy, what the fuck is your... Are you... What do you be doing in your spare time, bud? Stargate Atlantis is like one of the best sci-fis out there. She gets the job done. You are with merging or I am merging? Who's mid? I'm not mid. Yes, he did. And it was a very nice. It's not mid. It's like the best thing since sliced bread. And I never understood that because I personally don't like... I prefer like not sliced bread. You know? Just maybe that's just me. The fuck are we making today? I have no idea. But we're doing something. That's for fucking sure. See, Flippy's not really a mod. He's more like an acquaintance. Hello, Spider. Welcome back. You didn't miss too much. How did you nearly burn your house down? I take it back. Flippy is that one acquaintance that tried to scam me. On Fallout. Well, even now, it's just, I prefer eating the whole thing. Like, as a child, I used to love going into Tesco and grabbing, like, one of the big baguettes and just kind of ripping it open, eating the, like, soft bit, and then munching on the other part. It's a tad smoky. What are you doing? It all makes... What do you mean it all makes sense? All them years of making play save. I never destroyed anybody on fucking save. I was trying to keep you both alive while fucking Binary was trying to steal from both of us and also trying to trigger you. No, Crimson usually is the one building the in Stellaris. Depends on the game, actually. Usually I'm building the massive army to protect us all. How old are people? And was... Well, no, that's not... Don't steal bread. What the fuck? Who steals bread? Of all the things to steal... Bread? What is this one? Oh god. You take the bread, but you wouldn't download a car. I'll download fucking Atten. Preferably shippers. Thank you very much for that. Probably a relative. Who's a relative? I wonder what they were doing with that 32p cucumber. I know what I'd do. Fucking throw it out because cucumbers are disgusting. I mean, I would like to think that they won't steal everything, but at the same time, what the fuck? Tuna cucumber sandwich. That just sounds disgusting. Tuna and sweet corn are very nice, though. I'm gonna kill Tennessee. Now a meatball sub, that's worth stealing? A meatball marinara? How the what am I doing here? Nothing like a cucumbers grow on the vine. We don't really have cucumber. Well, it's weird. Like cucumber's not like really liked over here. Inside of a loaf of bread, I will take. No, I eat just the inside. I never said I eat the inside. I eat both. I just like to enjoy it, you know? I need to put something in here. Something needs to stick in there. The fuck are you sticking to? What the fuck? Keep the cucumber on the vine. Good for... Michael, what the fuck? Not the poor rabbits. Why are you always bullying the poor rabbits? What did the rabbits do, you know? Where is this even gonna go? Will that work? There we go. Rabbit stew. He just wants some... Jesus Christ. You guys are monsters. What did the poor rabbits ever do to you? Huh? Poor fucking rabbits. How dare you? Imagine being a poor little defenseless rabbit. All God's animals have a place. Jesus Christ. Do I do a taste test? What the fuck? Sometimes I wonder. Hello, Dong. How goes it? Welcome. We're just talking about stuff. See, I don't really understand the logic in like using a, because like there's I feel like there's cheaper animals, you know? I would like to think there's cheaper animals. Get up there. No, come back to me. Get up. No. Thank you. Not much obliged to you. What if we use this? I have an idea. Is growth butter good though? Swamp cooking in Starfield. Oh Jesus. So we grab you and grab you and grab you. Grab you and grab you and grab you. Grab you, grab you, grab you. See, I've never really been fond of crab personally. I know it's like people are like, oh, it's so nice, but I'm just like, no, thank you. Why you not going? Oh, it's because I need something to stick it in. See, that's kind of how I wanted it to be. But that needs to go more. Why are you not lining up the way I want you to? That's the way I want you to, right? Yeah, there we go. That's what I wanted. How did it, I look away for a couple seconds. We're talking about food? What the fuck? Like, I know we're talking about food, but what the fuck? Cooking with crimson. You're just a racist. How dare you? I don't think you'd be able to eat any of the food I cook because it'd be all meat. Whoa, I can cook. I'm a great cook. I can cook beans on toast, scrambled egg. Why did you like put in all capitals? That's not really racist because that's Irish. What? It's written like that? Flippy, I haven't had a kebab in years. What are you talking about? I don't even like kebabs. Reactors. Reactors. It's Irish for... What's Irish for child? Spider, I'll mute you again. This time it'll be for more than 5 seconds. Tatties is a Scottish thing, I'm pretty sure. We need an engine. Engine. What sort of engine do we got? See, corned beef is always a weird one, because, like, it's technically, like, an Irish delicacy, but I've never heard of it. Like, I've had it maybe twice or 3 times in my life. I like it. But people who, like, you know, like, say, like, oh, corned beef is, like, Irish, it's not. Like, it might have been back in the oldie days, but, you know, not now. Definitely not. Ooh. This a problem. Isn't yeah, Tato is just the brand. Potato. Thanks, I'm trying. I kind of like the engine being offset, but at the same time, I don't know. Decorative engines, decorative engines, decorative engines. Oh, me ship! Remember when I first made a ship in Starfield? I think I uploaded one of my videos. And someone got really, like, nerdy with me in the comments, like, oh, that wouldn't fly because, like, the engine is, like, behind the center of mass. I'm like, this is a fucking Kerbal Space Program, my guy. It's fucking Starfield. We don't worry about that fucking aerodynamics. We just put engines on this bitch. I feel like it probably was you, Spider, to be honest. Seems like so. Whoa, Kerbal Space Program's a good game for you. You chill the fuck out, brother. Oh, they fly all right. Let's see. I think that makes sense in turn. Like, and again, it's kind of like a lot of things that like that kind of get like that is presumed to be like American something. Like it's like American Italian food is very different than Italian food, and like to be honest, maybe they've never seen Warhammer ships. Yeah, see the hello there, Tennessee. I was just raging about you earlier. All good news though. All good. So yeah, if you went to Ireland, you like ordered that, like you'd probably get kicked out. Just because, yeah. Wait, that's like not really a thing over here. Bum, bum, bum. What do I like my little stubby wings, but I don't know what to use them for. Wait a minute. Why would you order something from a chippy? If we want to make this real and being in a space all the time, one has to wonder. I mean, you're not thinking very far, Owl. We literally have things inserted into our regions for pooping and peeing. Don't be hating on chippies. No, it's not. It's just I'm 90% sure I uninstalled your I uninstalled your hab shells because I don't use them. But for some reason they're still here. And I don't know why. But you know, we move. There's not a lot of choice. Well, it depends on where you go, to be honest. Like, Supermax is not... Well, I know, like, if you ever come to Ireland, Supermax is really nice. It's like, kind of like... It'd be like the equivalent of, like, a kind of, like, a diner sort of place. Oh, fair. That's fair, Tennessee. That's really nice. I think Ireland is, like, when it comes to chippy, we're known for... I say this, and I don't know if Deadly's there because she'll bully me. I mean, Guilty might. But, like, we're known for our garlic cheese chip, our taco fries, which our taco fries are... You give it to a Mexican, they'll be like, the fuck is this? It's basically like a mince, like beef, with like a bit of chili, very kind of like taco mayo, which I always wondered what taco mayo is. Taco fries are banging, Spider. Compared to chippies over, there isn't a lot of choice, but they are. According to almighty Google, it was originally pork brisket, but when Irish immigrants arrived, they found beef was more available. Yeah, because I think that, because I was actually looking it up, because beef is like beef. The whole reason, like the idea of like corned beef dates back to like the 7th century when like usually it was a rare sort of thing where you would have cows for milk, and when the cows stopped producing milk, they would basically kill you. I have done a video on Falkland Hab. They would kill the cow, and then they would make corned beef. Which is weird, because we have, like, corned beef over here. It's, like, quite different. It, like, comes in, like, a tin, like, Spam. And, like, it's so nice. But it's very gelatinous and highly processed. To be honest, I don't know if pigs were really a big thing in Ireland. Like, I'm assuming they were. But generally, it was kind of cows. Like, even now, like, our biggest industry when it comes to farming is always going to be cows. We like our cows, what can I say? No, Scotland is still cows. Wales is sheep. Spam is awesome. I do prefer corned beef, though. Because, like, I don't mind Spam, but I just prefer, I prefer a bit of beef in my gelatin. Is there no one that's big? No, there's not. Fuck. Okay. It's a C-class currently. I'm trying. I don't know what really the... Fucking get in, you dirty bastard. There we go, thank you. That. No. No. Get in. Get the fuck in the hole. There we go. That's what I wanted to do. Was that so fucking hard? It's kind of like said the actress to the bishop. What the fuck? I'm kind of making it like a Corvette type thing, but like not really militarized, more like a kind of like a heavy freighter style. Oh, no, what the fuck? Hello? Did you even connect to anything? What the fuck what just happened? Did Truth activate the rings? Did he fire the halo array? Yeah, I know. So why is it unattached? Okay, explain to me why you do not want to attach, and I will explain to you why we are problematic. Fuck's sake. I want to get the engines working before my fuel tanks, but for some reason the bastards won't fucking work. What's going on here, boys? Come on, stick her in there, boss. Nice and gently. Early does it there. Eh, maybe. Nah. Did you see the new micro grav drive reactors? I have not. Engines generally don't work without fuel. Well, see, you would think that. But I will have you know that in Starfield, the fuel isn't used for the engines. It's used for the reactors. You see, the engines in Starfield use fusion. I think. I don't know. I lost my train of thought. I feel like you're chatting shit, Shadow. They're not. There's no way. Fucking get in there, you dirty bastard. Oh, wait, no shit, maybe there. Hot air. Whoa, 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 whoa. I need. Well, I need the engines to like actually fucking work. What about you? It's not a fucking turtle. I'm gonna show you a fucking turtle. Now I'm kind of curious. Would you, if you were a movie? I had a guy I know make a model of my stuff. Ooh, can you post pictures in the Discord if you're in the Discord? That would be amazing. Just does a Clarkson and goes power. Anyone ever see Ad Astra? Use the science about nuclear explosion to get home. What's Discord? It'll pop up in a minute. Give it a second. It'll pop up. That's oh, it's Starfield Anonymous. Sorry. That's a valid thing. Yeah, I kind of want you to like stick in there, but I don't know if you'd be. How does that look if we were to? Excuse me? You mind telling me what the fuck is going on? Why are you not sticking? Why are you sticking at different angles? What's going on here? Sometimes I wonder. Let's work on the top real quick. Thank you. Check that out after the stream. We just gotta like do what the orcs do in Warhammer. We just gotta believe, you know? I need a docker and a fuel tank. I got it, don't worry. We got dockers. The mod steals all its music, but it adds like 200 songs from. Ooh. Brad Pitt's a spaceman. Thank you, Flippy, for that message. That was very helpful. Hello there, gaming. How goes it? What was I going to do? I was going to do a doctor. That was it. What's above you? Nice, nice. Oh god, that's sour. I usually listen to the Halo. Halo 4 has some really iconic Halo 4 is some really like good music. Shrek toes. Yeah, the broadsword song. Even I like the intro music. That was a really bad interpretation, but you get the gist of it. If I was a megalomaniac, and I'm not, that's where I'd be. I tried, yeah, didn't end well because I'm just not a fan of Power Rangers personally. Yeah, that actually would look probably better. You seen what the fuck? Hello? What the fuck? Welcome to Jurassic Park. Isn't there a new Jurassic Park movie supposed to be coming out soon? Do. Space Texas and Space NATO. What the fuck? That's probably the funniest I've ever heard, like, comparison to bye Spider. Sorry, I didn't see you were going. Bye bye. Ooh. I think the UC are meant to be more like the UN, maybe, with like an alternate reality UN where they're kind of useful. Nah, the Starship Troopers are very like they're like Helldivers. They're very much fascists. That's the whole kind of take of it. Yeah, it's like it is actually like the UN from The Expanse. That's probably the best interpretation. Go Power Rangers. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. United Colonies. Would you like to know more? The Narian according to the 3-star. Well, see, I think the idea behind it is a bit weird, considering like List can basically build where they please, and then you've got like Paradiso who are like, fuck you guys. Like, this is our ship now. Can I put you on the bottom? Not with that attitude. I'll fund them, get them some stuff. Would you like to know more? No, I wouldn't. What do I stick in there that looks kind of cool? Like a weapon pod? List is basically a group that, what is it? It's the League of Independent Settlers. Hey, yo. Well, I don't think it's the better contacts. It's just everyone would sell out their mother on Neon. Oh, for fuck's sake. Why? Tennessee, you really need to fix some of these snap points. Unless you were going for the bombard from Earth. Master Chief, finally a good connection. You know, I kind of like the idea of... No, come here. No. You're not even fucking lined up properly. What the fuck? How dare you? Is that even lined up? Yeah, no. Is it? Yes. Great for turrets. What if people in both governments decide to colonize planet together? Well, technically, the governing body can only govern the planets that they were given. So, if they wanted to do that, there's like nothing stopping them, but they'd no longer be part of that governing entity. The fuck did that go? Yeah, no, the treaty, because the thing with it though that is kind of a bit tricky is it's only planets you concede, so you can like technically you could technically like you can use planets for resources, because that's one of the things the UC gave a load of mining rights to them. Like, the Narian Treaty is a weird one because you could understand if, like, we were limited to specific solar systems, but we're not limited to specific solar systems. So it just don't make sense. Give them time. They'll shoot themselves in other places. Humans love war. And we all know, hello Ted, but we all know war never changes. War never changes. See, I kind of like, I like the idea of this being a kind of like some sort of well, House Rune only has one planet because they're also a lot smaller. Hello, Mark. What was I gonna say? Where's Master Chief these days when you need him, you know? See, I like the idea of this being like some sort of a, like a kind of a, like, I don't know, like I'm thinking it's something along the lines of like a something that's like kind of like maybe like a Corvette size. But Corvette's usually a military term. So like it's not a fucking space whale. It's because of the back engine, isn't it? That's I see that too. I don't know, I just imagine like give 50 some NBC in every city. I imagine they knew it would be censored before the need to push. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, plus they don't really need, like, only a small percentage of humanity actually survived Earth. See, I feel like it's meant to, like, just looking at it, I kind of imagine it like kind of like almost like a freighter that's been like kind of retrofit, because that's the thing with Starfield, right? In Star Wars, right, ships have guns, right? Now, I don't know the true ins and outs of Star Wars and the legality of it, but I feel like ships in Starfield shouldn't have guns, you know? Like, I feel like you should need a permit to have a gun on a ship because ship-based weapons are going to be very big. Like, can you imagine accidentally or purposely, like, flying your little shit freighter into, like, UC territory? Like, imagine landing into Atlantis and just strafing everywhere. So I kind of feel I wanted to have weapons, but I'm trying to think what's like a fair weapon. Like, I do like the well, the Space is in Crimson Fleet, but generally speaking, the UC are going to be dealing with most of that. Like, you look at real world, right? Yachts and private boats aren't allowed to have guns. I don't think. I don't think they are. I mean, some countries maybe. But, I would put the Slayton B class on the... What do you mean, on the back? You can, but it becomes a problem because once you leave international water, where are you going to do with the guns? You know what I mean? Don't ever board me. Well, America, fair. But I just mean, like, I know I think there is, like, stuff, like, there's, like, I seen, like, a podcast thing recently about, like, how, like, Russians will take you out on a boat to shoot pirates, which is kind of like, what the fuck? I don't know how true that is. Sure, the reason is because ships aren't designed for anything by flying this. Well, see, this is the thing too. It's like when it comes to hello, Paul. When it comes to like in atmospheric flight, I don't. What the fuck is this? Oh, probably it's a power system. Like, I don't know if, well, I think they would, but we don't really know. Like, a lot of people are just speculating they don't do atmospheric flight, but the way they take off is very much atmospheric flight. Like they take off like a VTOL. They lift and then they tilt, and they basically like do a space plane sort of exit. Whereas if it was just purely VTOL, the ships would just straight leap, like they would just boost straight up into orbit. Well, see, you think factions would blow you up, and you would be assuming that would be the case, that there would be stuff preventing you from doing stuff like that. Well, they're meant to be weak. Like, humanity is fucked. You know, like, things aren't going well for old humans. What did I do there? Ooh. I need to figure out like an engine to put in here that's like a cool looking engine, but isn't a cool looking engine. Maybe we could just go the route of that. See, that's why I like the idea of, and this is where it comes down to like the lore and stuff, because if like grav drives, right? I'm assuming grav drives kind of operate on a similar principle to, let's say, in Star Wars, right? You know the way you have the hyperspace lanes? Like, they're the safest forms of travel. And grav drives, when you try to, let's say if you jump from, I'm assuming, if you jump from, let's say, Earth to Mars, it's always going to jump you to a specific point within, like, let's say, 100, like, what we say, like 1,000,000 kilometers, so you don't jump in on top of someone. So by that logic, you would kind of expect that you'd be able to kind of, like, you could obviously modify your grav dive to jump, you know, like jump somewhere else. Like, let's say, for instance, if you want to, like, sneak into Earth. Hello there, Wilfred, how goes it? But if it is that way where they kind of jump to predetermined points, which, like, in-game, they always seem to jump to predetermined points. We always tend to jump in a specific spot with ships, which we can assume that's probably the egress or the egress point. So, by that logic, there should be space stations orbiting that location. Like, that's why I love the shuttle mod, because it kind of makes you, like, realistically, right, in a perfect world, most ships would not be allowed to land on the surface of the planet, nowhere near New Atlantis, because of the dangers of what could happen. Like, what happens if somebody, like, is flying and, like, they don't know what they're doing and they crash? We don't want a grav drive leaking and exploding and having a shattered space situation. That's why, like, I think it would be really cool if instead, when you go to a planet for the first time, you basically dock in orbit in a big space station that has loads of docking ports, loads of weaponry defending it, and then you would take a shuttle down to the planet. And then as you kind of work through the quest line, you could eventually get a permit to land at the you know, on the planet. I don't have a computer. You have computers in your ships? My computer's Gary. Again, this is just like speculation. But I think that's how, like, I feel like that's how it should be. Okay, I want this to come in a little bit. No, they don't. AI, I don't think it's that AI is inherently banned. I think it's kind of contradictory to have humanity weak and then make Unity have... Well, it's just that, like, humanity isn't, like, that weak. It's just they're not as strong as they were. Like, only, like, a fraction of humanity... Oh, no, I know we have contraband AI, but we don't really know what specifically is, because Vasco is technically sentient to an extent. See, this is why, like, they need to go into detail. Like, in Halo, you have smart AI and dumb AI. Cortana is smart AI and can learn. Whereas dumb AI only know what their specific task is. So an example is There's a dumb AI called, is it Deja, I think it was, that like helped train the Spartans, and she could help with stuff regarding this stuff, but you know. And if it is a case of like, because the thing too with the contraband AI, like I really hate the idea of like AI being outlawed. It's such a stupid trope. Like, it's just, yeah. That's not, I'm assuming there is like different levels. Basically, you do have to have a permit because you have to register the ship. Well, no, that is fair. Let me see, I need to use my little thingy to push this in a little bit. Yeah, like VI. Yeah, exactly, Shadow. Like that from Mass Effect. Where you have like something that can kind of do... she did do a generic AI rebellion. Cortana tried to assume the mantle. Like, she was going rampant and she was saved. It'd be no different than if you were, like, imagine you were like a human and you were going to die and there was a cure, but humanity wouldn't give it to you because they just, like, you were deemed to die. And then, hello, sure, and then someone comes along and is like, you're not going to die. Plus, humanity is, in the Halo universe, humanity are sketchy cunts. Doing the banning of AI to human computer. Well, that's always the other thing. Like, human computers is so stupid. It's like in Warhammer, AI is banned by humanity, but it's not, because machine spirits are fucking AI. Like, it's just they call it something different. You know, I know there was the created conflict. I know, I have read all the books. I know my Halo. I just think that, like, I like the way they were doing with Cortana. I wish they didn't kind of, you know, do the Halo Infinite on us. I kind of wish, you know, they would have kept going a little bit. Need my small little connector. Hello, Shaded. Well, we're just talking about AI and why, like, Bethesda need to kind of elaborate on, like, what specifically... Oh, they call it abominable. Yeah, because like the machine spirits, 100%. A lot of them are AI. It's just they're limited on what they can do. It's like you've got Siri. Siri is technically an AI, but Siri's not, like, can't take over the world. Because they don't have their cake and eat it too. They commit to no computers. Well, the Spartan armor stats would be off the charts. But you'd also, the wearer would need to be incredibly powerful. Like, I don't know, because Vasco does to me seem like some level of sentience. Now, we don't know what level of sentience. Like, Kaiser is also a level of sentience. Like, I feel like if we were to give Vasco like a large enough data storage. What's well, fair, Michael. Oh, does Vasco specifically say he's not, like, a sentient? See, again, like, if I play this game a lot, but there's some things I completely, you know, miss. He says he has no feelings, but then he's like Colin Barrett, sexy boy. It's like, honestly, it does sound like I really hope we get more on the Juno probe, because that shit's cool. Like, it makes me wonder. Like, imagine the probe was, like, touched by, like, an AI or an alien race and was uplifted. One of his lines is, if I were sentient, I'm sure I would feel elated. But then it's, again, he could still be sentient, but just not of human emotion. I think Vasco become... See, feelings is always, even with AI in, like, a lot of movies, feelings is always something that's very hard to do. Because you have situations like the Geth who are like, you know, the Geth are like, oh, AI, or does this unit have a soul? And then the Quarians are like, get fucked. They're like, excuse me? Alizora, does this unit have a soul? No, Legion, you don't have a soul. I know Warhammer because the apocalyptic... Yeah, Star Trek did that movie already. Did they? Weapon store is just basic. He is, but the thing with that robot also kind of makes me wonder. Like, Kaiser is very intelligent, right? To the point where he's used by the Xeno weapon squad, right? And you can kind of... Like, the fact that that one guy... Because isn't he supposed to be a vet? That's the point, though. It's supposed to be a brick. The Quarians are assholes. Like... It makes me feel like that we could give them some level of kind of intelligence. But it is also an interesting thing because with the Unity and the fact that when you die you just kind of turn into little matter. It's like, could we upload our consciousness into a robot? What if I want to be a synthetic? Programmed to closely emulate interaction to work. But that's kind of what I mean about the idea of like Halo's kind of VR, or like dumb AI versus smart AI. I've seen Kaiser in action. I trust him way more than I trust the majority of the individuals. Yeah, Kaiser should have won 110%. They are. And there's nothing stopping them from doing that in Starfield. I will give my brain for science. Actually, that's a bad idea because I feel like it'll probably pick on the trait, like what's like my worst trait? Probably ego. Just like a megalomaniac. See, I think, to be honest, I think Starfield wants to kind of, or like Bethesda want to kind of go into that level. Well, no, Mr. Codsworth is sentient. I'm pretty sure Codsworth is sentient. He has emotion. He's elated when you come back to him. I mean, fair, he can't open a door. Alright, gaming, have a good one. Like, I just want to know, like, where's the... Oh, the synths are real. Synths are real creatures. They're real beings. I will stand by that. Now, saying that, the Railroad are fucking idiots. It's like, yes, we value synths as living, breathing creatures, but we're gonna put them above humans? Like, excuse me? I mean, don't get me wrong. I'd probably, like, feel sorry for a synth and be like, hello, Mr. Synth. Do you want to be my friend? But yeah. So what are we thinking weapon-wise? What should we slap on this? We need, like... This is meant to be like a civilian. But if they have restrictions in their hardware, that means it is possible for them to be sentient. Minutemen reign supreme. I'm a fan of the Enclave, aka we know we're the bad guys. We don't pretend to not be the bad guys. Looking at you, Brotherhood. Oh yeah, we're the good guys. Oh, you a ghoul? Dead. Give me your farm. No, dead. See, that's what I'm thinking, like some laser ballistics. I kind of want to like implement them in here as a kind of, you know, like they were like pre-installed, but I'm trying to figure out which ones. Yeah, the Enclave are very nice. We got them. We got to get Twin Link. Too small. That's you're the second person. Oh shit! Sorry. I just hit my microphone. We got the triple barreled cannons. Hell yeah, brother. You could definitely do that with all like the important parts. Hit it, hit it. Hey. You could do that. Yeah, no, I am thinking of doing turrets. I'm always a big fan of turrets. Because I like the idea of like, let's say like these were initially made as, because somebody, I think it was you who mentioned, Ram, about like it looks kind of like a NASA, and like I like the idea of it kind of being like, you know, like early kind of freighter that was used to like kind of haul stuff, and then it got upscaled a little bit to be more advantageous. Like it's still outdated by like modern standards, but you know, we slap some guns on it, gets the job done. We need to put some lasers somewhere. How would that look? No, actually, maybe not. Maybe not do that. Going good. I only play it on stream just because it's more it's more enjoyable that way. Where do I want to put the? Oh, wait a minute. There we go. We put you there. The fuck? Excuse me. A dear friend of mine that may also be cosplaying as Shrek once told me that this is non-combustible. Thank you, Michael. So it don't matter what this is filled with, it ain't gonna explode. Am I correct in saying that, Michael? Yeah, it's not flammable, so it ain't gonna explode. Where did my other turret go? Potentially? See, the thing with like that is like, I'm assuming, because there is, although maybe not, because there is mech loaders in the game. You don't ever see anyone using them, but they do exist. So it does kind of make you wonder, like, is it old tech that like some, because that's the thing too, like mechs are out they're not used, right? There's nothing stopping Ecliptic from using mechs. Because the other thing too, thank you, hello there, Prismatica, the Armistice Treaty only focuses on the UC, House Faroon, and the Freestar Collective. There would be nothing wrong with, let's say, after, like, the armistice would be, there'd be talk about it for, like, you know, everybody be talking about it, going crazy, you know? There's nothing stopping, like, say, Gargarin Landing from selling a load to the Ecliptic Mercs, or, you know, selling them to a private entity, and as long as that entity existed outside of the settled system, what it would look like without the, we can take it, whoops, that's what it looks like currently. We could try and make it fit nicer in a minute without these, actually. Let's look at this. Oh, no. That's what I mean. Like, I was honestly shocked that when you were fighting the first, they didn't have a mech. Like, that boss fight would have been far cooler if the main, you know, main guy had a mech. Well, they can, but the only difference is in real life, we're kind of subject to the planet we live on. It wouldn't be illegal if it happened prior to the armistice. And as we've all seen, the great movie, if you've seen Lord of War, I'm not selling a Hind helicopter with missile pods. I'm selling a helicopter without the missile pods as a humanitarian to a location. And I'm also selling the missiles separately to a private collector. Like, believe me. Plus, there'd be people in both the UC and the Freestar. Like, you look at, like, World War II in real life, and, like, some of the companies that kind of came about, and how they're pretty much powerhouses still today in countries like America, Russia, United Kingdom, France. Imagine like the equivalent of like the mech producers in Gagarin. There'd be some big swaying power. There'd be definitely like a lot of factions that would be more than willing to throw their hat in the ring. I mean, they kept fucking Victus alive. That should tell you everything you need to know about the legitimacy of them and how idiotic they can be. You can do that. Little narwhal. Yeah, VW is a great example. Who's your arms dealer? Go for oh, believe me, I would love a Hind too. Oh, such a cool fucking helicopter. I feel like by modern standards, there's probably far. Because I always wondered, like, did America ever try to do, like, I suppose you could argue, like, that the Huey, when it's, like, kitted with, like, missile pods, is kind of like the Hind. See, I think America definitely went in Vietnam War, they went the role of making gunships kind of small, like the Cobra and the Viper. I was very conflicted about how that questline ended. Which questline? Which one are we talking about? Oh, the UC. The Vanguard. Although I know they are. Because usually when, like, the whole, like, stuff between, like, America and, like, the Cold War, they were trying to copy each other to try and, not copy, but have a kind of an equivalent. Like, oh, they have a stealth bomber. We need a stealth bomber. I don't know if they never could, like, they never could attempt to do beat the U-2 spy plane, though. Or the SR, what's the Blackbird called? Oh, there's 100% some arms dealers out there. That's the whole premise behind that one guy. Thank you, SR71. That's the whole premise behind that one guy that works for the first guy that lives in the very fancy ship. And like he's an arms dealer. Like, we need to see more of that. Like, you think Victus is like the boogeyman? No. I guarantee you the UC have far more sketchy stuff in the works. There's definitely some UC generals or colonels on, like, that aren't making as much as they like, that are see, here's the thing with Victus, right? And this is where Bethesda dropped the ball. If Victus didn't know about the Lazarus plant, right, and it was referenced that he didn't know about the Lazarus plant, you could argue that while it was morally a very questionable choice, it was a sound one. It's like the saying, like, what is it? Cut off the arm to save the body. Now, they fucked it by basically letting you know that the only reason he did it was because he wanted to keep the Lazarus Project a secret. If they didn't mention that at all and they left it open to the player, it would have been far more interesting. But they kind of just, the way they go about it, and it makes sense because he's supposed to be the big bad guy, but I do wish that it was more ambiguous and up to the player to kind of decide on, who minimum landing gear? What you mean minimum landing gear? Yeah, the needs, exactly. To be honest with you, I feel like if you looked at like high-ranking military commanders that succeeded in battles, you'd be hard-pressed to find ones that weren't some way fucked. Like either sociopathic or, you know, stuff like that. You know, you can't... There's no way you can order men and women to their deaths and be okay with that. One world involved unless he look. Well, see, that's the thing too. Is like, we know now that they wouldn't have got off world, right? But that being said, if we knew more about it, like, let's say for instance, if we knew that a lot of people tried to escape, and the starport was primarily bombed to stop people escaping with ships. Like, I've always wanted to do like a kind of a bit of kind of lore about that, because can you imagine what it would have been like on the ground? Like UC soldiers that were like Marines, you know, the UC army would have probably been deployed at that point, like defending the city, and like civilians are being, you know, like the civilians are all being pushed to the starport. And you're basically holding the line, watching your, you know, your soldiers, your brothers in arms dying. Ultimately, to see all the civilians you're protecting was for nothing because they just bombed it anyway. We need to add some... See, that's the sort of stuff I want to see Bethesda do. Like, give us these, like, morally complex... Like, they don't even have to be that in-depth. Like, if they just had removed the dialogue about Vivictus knowing, and they made reference to, like, maybe, like, imagine, like, there was an audio log from, like, imagine, like a weapons officer on Vivictus's flagship talking about how there's, like, multiple ships powering up to leave the starport, and, like, there's scans show that there's Terramorph presence on them, you know? And then Vivix is like, blow it. You know, like something like that like makes it like more, you know, like makes it kind of tugs on your emotional strings. I just get Hadrian to do that. See, even that, like, again, jumping to a different topic, but the Terramorph being able to communicate with you, I want more of that, Bethesda. Like, the communication, like, it's like, I think we've had this conversation a few times on stream. Like, it's, I think the kind of the assumed kind of theory is that it's pheromones, right? Why the fuck is the UC not trying to reverse engineer those pheromones? Why isn't Ryujin trying to reverse engineer those pheromones? Was a letdown. Once you know it's heat leeches, it's over. You don't even need a solution. Well, you would say that, but I know. I think there's. Wait, where the fuck? How the fuck am I gonna? Do these rotate? Hey, there we go. But it doesn't work on everyone. And to be honest, I don't in a universe where we don't know everything, and maybe it's just because I've been reading the Devastation of Baal and more about the Tyranids. I choose to believe there's more to it. It'd be far more cooler if there was more to it than well, that's what I mean. Like, even if it is the pheromones, like, imagine like the pheromones are like accessing a part of your brain that, like, because a lot of people don't want Starfield to have aliens. Well, I don't think anybody is like inherently against Starfield having aliens. It's just they want them to kind of be done in a way that's interesting and not questionable. Alright, what color are we going? You can have it any color you want as long as it's black. That's what I mean. They want it more grounded. And like, if we're gonna be real here, I don't think anybody can say that there's not aliens given how vast the universe is. Obviously, they're probably not going to be little green men, but I feel like it's more plausible that aliens exist than they don't, than than not existing. Personally, all right, we need a secondary color. What secondary color should we go with? We make like a sage. What do I do like a... What about like a dark teal maybe? I don't know how. Break out the art here, honestly. It's like, how do colors work? No, see, I like brown, but we go brown and then... You go brown and then it's just fucking Freestar, you know? And everybody hates the free... Ooh. I want to do red. I'm always doing red. Name. Now I need to save it real quick. And come back in because she... Need to exit. Let me swap shit.
Got anything you need to offload? Trade. Sure, have at.
I like to think that the UC are the best of them because the UC are... I kind of actually want to do like a... I know it was kind of said as a joke. Alright, I'm gonna have to save the game and reload it because it's being really annoying. Save. Load. Freestar and Cowboys. They're like... the Freestar doesn't even have a government, technically. They just have like a council.
Hey, what can I do?
And it's
Okay.
the Freestar is basically just like whatever is like in their interest. Alright, I have no idea what the fuck is happening here, but apparently the game is like, we're gonna move at 2 frames per second. Lovely. Ba-ba. Those from are like the UC. Come on. Come on. Right. That's the color I want now. Need to do the fuel. Engines we will make... Well, we need like a... What like color do we use for the top? Oh, we need turrets. Forgot about my turrets. Oh, for fuck's sake. Come on now. Right, let me do my thing. Notes. Get merging.
Need some work done?
Well, Ron Hope is like another one where, like, when it comes to like the kind of the lore of the game, you have like Ron Hope, who's like, he could very well mean like what he's saying about, you know, like his people, like protecting his people, but at the same time, he doesn't really give enough of a fuck. Like, he pretends to. And if he actually cared, you know, like, you could kind of be like, you know what, Ron Hope, fair enough. But he doesn't give a fuck. Blue laser. Ron Hope basically was trying to get control of, like, he was, what was it? He was like trying to use mercs to, was it to kill off farmers? Yeah, he was trying to buy the land, but it wouldn't work. So then he was like using mercs to kind of strong arm them. He was like using the first, which is funny because like the first are supposed to be like good guys, but they're fucking asshats. Oh, the first which again, kind of just like the first are supposed to be the kind of, you know, they're not supposed to be the assholes. You know, like, why were they turned into the assholes? Matt, thank you. Here we go. See, there should have been a way to arrest him. And, like, technically you can, I'm pretty sure, but if you, like, choose to take the bribe, SSNN will mention that they arrested him. Alright, the vessel is ready. Oh, we need to give it a name. We are going to call it... What should we call it? No, if you take the bribe, that technically means that he... What is it? I'm trying to think what we should call it. Does it look like a pigeon? I know. We'll call it How do I, where's my, did I check? Rename ship. What should we call it? The no, I got this. Yeah. Perfect. All right. Gary is invisible. Lovely. Let's take a little rip. Oh no. Pelagornis is like an ancient seabird. It's like the ancestor of the pelican. Like the largest wingspan ever for a flighted bird. He's very cool.
Excuse me.
Excuse me? No, excuse you. You fat fuck, Gary. Who the fuck are you? Hello. No. Pelagornis is a different type of creature altogether. Figure out which way I... Right, well, that's the bridge. Whee! That's the bridge. That's the command center. Do we go up?
Excuse me.
I'm very confused. How do we get to the third level? How do we get to the third level?
Hey.
Really, Bethesda? You didn't fucking make me a door?
Howdy.
What the fuck? How did I do that? What is that? Oh, that's the... Alright, we're gonna have to really quickly fix that. Place doors is good. It's just, it's annoying. It's one of those things where you kind of wish Bethesda would kind of implement themselves.
Anything I can help you with?
Yeah.
Sure. How about
Explain to me why the fuck my ship doesn't work. All right. Where's the 1x1? Oh, there's the 1x1. So you go there. You go there. And you go there. Perfect.
Okay, hello.
Let's try it again, shall we?
Yes.
Yes. Why is there a rave? What the fuck?
Hello.
Why is the game getting confused? Kind of pissing me off now. I don't... Am I gonna have to move them around? Let me move them around. Maybe if I, like, flip them.
Got anything you need to offer? Sure.
Yeah, why my ship fucking broken, asshole? Oh, no, not you. Right, let's put like a 1x1 in there just so like put a 1x1 there. And then that's a captain's quarters. What will we do? We'll do like a science lab. Perfect. We'll also put a window there, just because I want to see what you would see if there was a window there. I'd briefly seen what you put, Michael's about Monty Python immediately. Max crew is 11. Max crew is gonna be fucking nothing if I can't fucking get to my captain's quarters. Come on. Come on.
Pardon.
You mean? Oh, I see a ladder. See, I seen something very recently where apparently 1x1s have like when it comes to like ladder placement, 1x1s have like the highest priority. So technically if you use mainly 1x1s, and obviously this is just, yeah, this is a 1x1 here, right? Yeah, there's a 1x1 here. Nice. We got a nice little slit we can look out. We can peep on all of the people. No, I don't recommend peeping. I would definitely be down with it. Thank you for saying that. To be honest, I'm really hoping like Bethesda will incorporate a lot of the flip mods that are used, because that's the one thing that like I feel like a lot of people get turned away when it comes to like modded ship builds, is the fact that they require so many like mods, which is... Alright, let's take this bad boy for a spin. Excuse me. Whee. Alright, that's... Well, that's not the worst in the world. Why is there a fucking flashlight? Let's just... Oh, there's a chair there. All good. I am excited to hear back from you. I'm excited to see if you can kind of, well, in my opinion, if you can bring about a new mod that will top that, in my opinion, the best mod we've gotten for Starfield, your boost pack. It's very fucking nice. And definitely something Bethesda should hit you up about implementing into the base game. Because it just feels like it feels like it should be in the game. And I mean that in a good way, not in the YouTube comments with people see an awesome mod like, oh, they should have been in the base game. Bethesda, what are you doing? Bethesda lazy. You know, I hate those comments. Alright. Oh, we've got... Oh, yeah, our engines are a bit on the... Alright. Yep, she does, in fact, turn like a boat. Which I never really understood that, a boat in a bathtub. Because if you had a big enough boat in a bathtub, like, some boats are pretty maneuverable. Like, I've seen tugboats do donuts, I'm pretty sure. Let's go to Serpentis, say hello to the snakeheads. Sensor contact. Ooh, what sensor contact? Dear humanity, we regret being aliens. We regret coming to Earth. Or is this just a star station? Yeah, it's not mean. So it's like the idea of like bolts inherently being like non-maneuverable, non-removable. Oh. All ships open fire. It's a good thing I put turrets on this thing, because my god is it slow. Whee. Gary, get your fucking floating hat out of the way. We're going in. Oh, wait, no, don't kill him, don't kill him. No, wait. There we go. Let's fucking go. We're coming for you, snakeheads. Ships, though. Well, yeah, fair. Like big boy ships. Like the He's not of the promise. All right. My ragtag crew of UC Marines and a snail who is invisible with a top hat. We got this, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, just get the fuck out the way, please.
Okay, hello.
Hello. Hello, how's Faroon? It is just Algo. I know many things. Oh, this fucking ship. Hello. Well, after my last incident, the UC thought it was better to give me some protection. All right, Michael, have a good one. Enjoy cooking. I have to get a late snack before bed after stream myself. What's positive about Varun? I mean, their tech is pretty fucking positive. They've got some fucking fantastic tech. Holy shit, why is there so many? No, I'm not. Oh, it's a heat leech! What the fuck? Where the fuck are the heat leeches coming from? Oh, you're dead. Why is there heat leeches? What the fuck? What the fuck? Get the fuck. I really love that Nova made this mod shoot through. Like it's sad that it's tied specifically to the. Honestly, I'm not surprised there's not like a sect of Varun that think that the Great Serpent's like offspring are heat leeches and Terramorph are like their evolution. But it's kind of sad that in order to do like the kind of guns shoot through or bullets penetrate, you need to kind of do it to individual guns. Because I used to love the penetrator perk in Fallout. Where is everybody on this fucking ship? Why is it so big? Is this the Conqueror? Alright, split up and look for clues. I'll be back. I'm gonna use the teleporter. What? Oh. What? Is that? The fuck's going on? I'm mesmerized by the fact that I think that window is not two-way. What just happened? they come from? Is there a door there? Wow, where the fuck did you guys come from? I really need to give the other ones shields. I think she's the only one with a shield, which is kind of funny because she is the close quarters expert. But let's do send stars. Oh, I actually have it equipped, lol. Shields down, cover me. Alright, shields are up. Nice toes you got there. Be a shame if I shot them. Hi. Get him, Gary. Gary, why you... Seriously, where the fuck are they? Where's the bridge? Is there a ladder I'm missing? Where do they keep coming from? Oh. No. There's another level? What the fuck? Where the fuck? Oh, is the ladder in here? Oh, it's in here.
Sure. Howdy.
Alright, did we clear them out? Are they all dead?
What?
They dead? Alright, good job, guys. What is it about? Oh, this is... I think this is a conqueror, isn't it? Is this a conqueror? She's fucking big. I think it is a conqueror. You a conqueror? Pilot seat. Do 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 do. Undock. Hobos aren't like average folks from the settled system. What are? The redeemed? No, I don't think so. Is this a conqueror? Yes, this is a conqueror. Very much a conqueror. Any thoughts on quality of life suggestions? You mean stuff like that I'd like to see Bethesda do, or just like mods in general? To be honest, most of mine are very much like more ship parts, and like there's a lot of mods I really wish Bethesda would incorporate, and obviously I think the mod authors should definitely be compensated. But as regards to... Now you've got me thinking. That's a good question. Anyone have any good suggestions for like quality of life stuff? Ship blueprinting. Fuck yes. I would give you my left kidney if you could do it. See, people say it's just you need the CK. I'm starting to think that might not be the case, because people said you need the CK for Praxis or Star UI. Although I feel like if anybody was going to do that, it'd be Bethesda. Let me go back to my ship real quick. Let's board that. Honestly, like something that I would like to... Again, it would be kind of tricky to do, but like something to make ships feel more like Mass Effect, in that like you could assign crews to specific habs, I think would be awesome. I don't know if it's doable. Like, because currently, you know, the way, like, crews will give you, like, a direct bonus to, you know, like, if you have Sarah, you get extra... What does she give you? Anatronic fusion? That gives you shields. But, like, imagine if, like, you could, like, say you could assign someone to, like, the engine room. Yes, exactly. Exactly like the Settlers. And, like, they would get a bonus, so, like, if you assign someone to the, like, say, like, the infirmary... your crew would, maybe they would passively make stuff, or if you sign someone to engineering, the ship would repair quicker. Like stuff like that would be awesome. Because I like that companions, like they have their specific perks. But no, I want to board it. Come on. Let me board my fucking ship. Yeah, man, back to the Pelagornis. But that's what I mean. Like, I think, like, again, it's one of these, like, situations where, like, you would think that it would be still there in the code, but then it probably isn't. Because, like, Bethesda pull, and I'd love to sit down with, like, Bethesda or somebody who knows. Like, why is there so much stuff missing from the CK? Like, where's the power armor gone? Why is the power armor gone? Like, I think, I'm always, like, wondering, like, is the power armor gone because at some point they want to do mechs themselves? And they realize that with power armor, it would allow players to do mechs, and they don't want to do that? Because, again, I don't know, like, I don't know modding, but, like, was the jump between Skyrim CK and Fallout 4 CK, was there a lot of different things? See, I'm hoping that is the answer, but there is other things, like, that they kind of sidestepped away from. Why is the rum gone? Let me board my ship. Where? Exactly! 100%! Like, someone did, like, a mod, and I always wanted to cover it, where, like, it made the NPCs have AIs. But it's like, because I think you've mentioned it, X, a few times, like, about, and I do want to cover it, but I don't know if the mod author ever kind of expanded upon it, because I think it was only one thing, and again, I don't know how tricky it would be to just have a mod that covers everything. Like, player homes, where the fuck is where do players live, or NPCs live, you know? Like, that's why, like, I love, like, the mods that add, like, the kind of the buildings to Hope Town. Like, like, some places have it, like, for instance, Mars has Mars has, like, the little kind of the habs and stuff, the, like, apartments. But where do you live in, like, and I know there's buildings, but, like, they don't specify. And, like, surely it couldn't be that big of, like, an impact on the engine to have, like, Oblivion or Skyrim style NP, because even I'm thinking about it, did the NPCs get stupider from Oblivion? Because I remember Oblivion, they would literally go everywhere and anywhere, like, and that could tend to break quests. Like Skyrim, some NPCs had, like, lives, but it wasn't, like, vast. Like, I remember, what was the NPC, the Count of Skingrad would, like, go on a walk, I'm pretty sure. Like, and he would go, like, at a certain, he would, like, walk outside of Skingrad, and he could get pulled to, like, random locations. And I, to be honest, that makes sense. Like, I really wish they would have tried to find a way to incorporate it, because, like, it just would be a lot, like, it would be really cool. Yeah, like, what? That's what I mean. And you could, like, the thing is with Fallout, you can kind of understand it for the most part, because the whole lore behind Fallout, most NPCs are never going to leave their region, you know, because why would they? It's too risky, you know? Skyrim is way different. Like, you used to see, like, you know, the NPC, the random events of, like, oh, I'm going to a wedding, or, you know, the guard, like, would randomly, that one main guard would go to the Honeyside meadery and come back in, and go out and come back in. And it's like, where's it gone? Like, we lost, like, a lot, like, when you go from, like, Oblivion to Skyrim. Like, I remember in Oblivion, they put the greaves and the torso together, and I'm pretty sure the reason they did that was because it gave them a lot more, like, a lot better performance. But that's another thing. Hostile shipboarding 100% needs to be a thing. I've only seen one mod do it, and it was the safe room mod. That's a really cool paid mod. What, I can't remember what it's called specifically. It's the one that adds the safe room in Neon, and you get, like, the spy quests and the M1911. That has you get jumped. Like, that needs to be more often. Like, when you land on like random planets, or even like in combat, like imagine like in combat, like NPCs can disable your ship instead of straight out killing you.
Yes.
Like and again, like the thing is, the devs are always they're always going to have to prioritize like specific things, you know, because they want to make things kind of work the best way they can. But some things it's just you kind of, you know, you miss them, like because the other thing too is like, why is there not an easy way to leave New Atlantis, you know? Like, where's the gate for New Atlantis? You know, like these like big settlements, there should be big gates, there should be like, and Bethesda did a really good job with Shattered Space because they had like all the POIs on the outside that you could like expand upon and go around. I would love to see, either in modding or in or anything, just the kind of the Shattered Space approach where there's the POI generation around big settlements like New Atlantis and Aquila. It's heavily favoring friendly settlements like science stations, small little colonies and stuff, just stuff like that, to kind of make it so that the because that's what I loved about Shattered Space, the fact that I never really fast traveled, I just kind of walked around, and that's how it should have been. Like, I think when Bethesda were trying to, like, you know, when they were making this game, they were like, they wanted space to be this awesome thing, and it is awesome, but I don't like that, you know, you have to jump between planets. Like the UC, for instance, you need to be like a citizen to own a house. What's stopping the UC from setting up like little kind of shantytown kind of colonies on the outskirts of New Atlantis? Or, you know, biodomes on Mars that are just outside of Cydonia, you know? Stuff like that. It's like, Neon is another one. Where's the other platforms? Like, you telling me that like early on there wasn't like other companies that tried to like set up on Neon and like smaller like towers, you know? Like stuff like that to make make it feel more alive. What is that? Anomaly. Requid, that is a really good mod, Siege Requid. Very cool mod.
Okay, hello.
Oh, there's a wormhole there. We'll head through the wormhole. Oh, is the worm? Where's the wormhole? Where the fuck are you, wormhole? Hello?
Excuse me.
Unknown location, 2 light seconds. Because that's the funny thing, because the Freestar Collective have that. Because that's the other thing. It's like the Freestar, you go to the stretch with the Freestar Collective, right? And you're like looking at these like people, like these children, and it's like they're living in squalor, like literally shacks. What's stopping them from banding together, moving out into like the kind of the wilderness and making their own like claim, you know? Like, cause that always strikes me of like, you know, like that's the Freestar way. Instead of, where the fuck do I need to go there? You know that there's details of the exact. Also watch. Yeah, see, I didn't realize that. When I did my Starborn video, Shade, I was parked up at a planet. I didn't realize that you will actually orbit around it, which is really cool. Would actually, you know, Shaded, if you could, I don't know if you could do this. I've said this, it would be amazing. Having a mod that allows you, like, let's say, for instance, right? Let's say I want to, well, I can't land there. Okay, let's say I want to land on like this planet here, right? Let's go here real quick. Let me do my demonstration.
Yes.
Because I've had this idea in it. I don't know how plausible it is, how unlikely it is, but I think it'd be like a really cool feature. Or like, let's say I want to like Was that a fucking heat leech?
Yes, what?
Who put the heat leech on the comms? Alright, give me a second. All right, revoke the heat leech's talking privileges, please.
Our shields are down. This surface will defend us.
Hold on, wait. I'm trying to give an idea, Varun.
Trap drive locked. Investigate.
Yes, what?
All right, so here's my idea, right? So this is a planet. Let's say you want to land on this planet, right? And let's say you want to land here, but it's currently dark. Now, when you go and land, it's, you know, like, it's going to be random. But imagine instead of pressing X to land, you could press another button and you could, like, choose to wait until a specific time. Like, I want to land here when the sun is setting. And there'd be, like, a little animation where, like, the planet would spin and then you would basically land. So you can always choose to land in the dark or in the light. I don't know how difficult that would be to do or how easy. But, and again, it's something that realistically most people mightn't appreciate, but I would love it just because, like, I like being able to, like, one, like, the kind of the lore of it. Like, imagine you arrive on a planet. Realistically, you're going to wait for the planet to orbit to a point where, you know, you're landing on the sun side. Also, I want to really quickly check, was that an actual fucking heat leech? That's, I mean, a wait button would be fucking awesome. Just for, like... Alright, where the fuck is this? I thought I did... Did I not disable fucking... It was the heat leech we heard, right? Oh yeah, no, let's not turn the heat leech into the flood. Ah. See, I did... I think that's one thing I've heard a few mod authors say, that there's only 1 or 2 UI modders for Starfield currently. Which, fair, because apparently it's a very tricky thing to do. Where the fuck is the heat leech? Gary, what are you doing? I actually, like, really like that. It kind of looks like a little hatch. Right. Was there always a cutter crate here? Am I losing my mind? Like, there is mods that make heat leeches far more deadly. Tennessee's mod kind of can have heat leech stuff. And I believe Cordic did like a heat leech mod that was kind of insane because you could crank that bad boy to the extreme. Was there a red flashing light there briefly? Yeah. Let me TCL, let me walk on top of my ship. Actually, I don't know. Can you actually walk? I don't know if I ever tested this. It? Nope. You can't walk. Oh, nope. Oh, oh. They're in the walls. They might be. Well, actually... Gary, get off the fucking roof. The heat leech. Yeah, it's... Gary, what the fuck? We've talked about this. I'm honestly surprised there's not like an installation set up for Aurora addicts somewhere. Because I would definitely have to put Gary in. We need intervention. Also, how the fuck are you standing up there? I try to stand up there, and the game's like, no. Oh, you're not actually on the roof. Never mind, law. Can I stand on the wing? Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh shit. Alright, it's fine. I have enough boost pack power. Come on. Am I just gonna keep falling? happens if I take my helmet off? Does the game actually know we're in space? Alright. The game no. Oh! We're fine. I knew that Varun teleporter I bought would kick in eventually. Let me put my spacesuit back on. It's not a turtle. More spacewalking, because I know there is a model that did some spacewalking stuff. Honestly, with how you did the boost pack shaded, like it's a different thing entirely. But I would love to see like how like mad scientist you could get with like ships. Like obviously, I don't think it's probably plausible to get like, you know, flyable ships in atmosphere. But like it'd be really cool like if you could, let's say, like make ships hover, because there's mods that like do stuff like, you know, there's a few mods that make it so you can call in your ship and like it takes off and stuff. But I wonder like how far you can go with it. Like, because I've always liked the idea of like having like, you know, like your ships automatically take off when you get out, like, you know, Elite Dangerous, if you play Elite Dangerous, and Elite Dangerous when you hop out of your SRV, your ship will kind of feck off and then come back later. Because that's I think the big thing is, because like because Astrogate like was awesome, but the main reason I liked Astrogate was that when you got in your ship, you could auto set the ship to take off, and I thought that was such a cool fucking feature. Yeah, so do I. That's what I wanted. I just want that feature, like the auto take off and auto. Oh, it's such a cool feature. Didn't work. Oh god. Have you tried doing the Bethesda strategy of turning the vehicle into a hat? No, I'm joking. Like, it would be... Even, like, do you think, again... Like, would it be possible... Because this is something... One of the things that I think a lot of people... like think about when the idea of having like atmospheric flight, like you're like, oh, it wouldn't work because like the world is just set into little cells, right? Like the different biomes. Do you think it'd be possible to make a kind of a script or a mod or something that if you were driving your rover, right, and let's say you're in a coast biome and you hit the world boundary, the game would allow you to basically, once you hit that boundary, it would load you into a different cell. Like, does Bethesda lay out the cells in that? Do you know what does that make sense? Like, imagine you could just hop in your rover, and once you hit the world edge, you just like, okay, loading screen, you're now in a forest biome. Or you're now in, instead of kind of having to leave orbit and come back. That's, honestly, I'm surprised they didn't do that either. Like, it would have made far much more sense. And it would have been awesome. Like, that we have a vehicle now. It's like, let us do it. Because, like, stuff like that, I'd be like, again, it's just... I am, honestly... Because it'd be, yeah, seamless yeah, exactly. Like, just let us... You could literally then just go... Excuse me. You could then just go and explore, you know? You wouldn't have to worry about... You wouldn't have to... Ooh, that's a nice planet there. We're gonna go there. But that's what I mean. I like people that, like, you know, make the meme about loading screens. Like, honestly, they're kind of idiotic, because the whole point of a loading screen is to kind of limit the amount of time you're spent doing fucking nothing. You know, like if you want a game with no loading screen, like space, like you've got Star Citizen or No Man's Sky or stuff like that. You know, we got a swamp. Like, I don't mind loading screens. I do think, and I think we were, like, talking about it, because even Tennessee was saying, like, they should have definitely opted to do more cooler loading screens when it comes to grab driving. Like, instead of the screen going to black, it should have just been kind of, you know, like, kind of like a grab drive porthole. Exactly. And people forget that. The issue is fast traveling to right outside a loading screen. What do you mean by that now, Shade? Exit ship.
Pardon.
Like, cause it's like another example, X, is the Star Wars Jedi games. The loading screen is you crawling through those little fucking thingies. Want to go to lodge travel? Oh yeah, that is fair. Like the game doesn't like to. Cause was it Oblivion or Skyrim never let you fast travel from inside? Was it Skyrim? You couldn't fast travel on inside locations, or was it Oblivion? And now they kind of do it. Like you can't fast travel while like docked to inside a station, which again, it's like, I'm assuming it's probably some crazy stuff. Like I do think that if you click to go to the lodge, it should definitely fast travel you to the inside of the lodge. I don't want to go outside the lodge and talk to that goddamn woman. Oh, Crimson Fleet, hello there. Oh, I have to get that mod. Because even like now that we have like, you know, like the system, like this scanner, which ironically or unironically, I think the scan fast travel is probably one of the coolest features we've gotten. So like that would work with like one of those like that mod you're saying, like, because it's like if I'm like on New Atlantis, like I want to like fast travel the Centaurian Arsenal, bang inside it, not bang outside it, load screen. Hello, Crimson Fleet. How are you? Oh, actually, I've got a question about your mod specifically. Because I know we said, I think I said before, and I think in the review when you said, like, you were, like, it was something that you, like, were debating. Like, any progress or on the idea of, like, allowing certain NPCs to have the zero-G mode? Like, imagine a specific class of NPC, like, that would hover. Kind of Mandalorian style. Like, imagine, like, you have, like, a sniper NPC, it's, like, hovering 50 feet in the air. Just like, come on. Try and get me. Gotcha. Oh, you've got a shield. Hello, shield. I mean, obviously, like, I'm gonna be honest. I was shocked that it even got an update to begin with, because I was very content with the original. Mainly because no leg breaks, so the initial update, my god. It's like, hell yeah. How many enemies here? Oh, that's my friendly, whoopsie. War has murderous T-Rex aliens, what? Hello, Gary. Alright, how goes it? Oh, I keep accidentally shooting near the wrong people. What did I do? Why is my boost pack not working?
Back off! Back off!
I unequip it. What happened to my booze pack? There we go. Why did it change? It must have changed when I. What did I do? Disable the what? Why am I over encumbered? My boost pack ain't working. I need to... Let me figure out what's going on here. Was it because of it falling through the map? Oh, it's because I'm in combat. Oh. Can I enable that? No restriction. Oh, they don't start in combat. Okay. This is the Halo pistol, M6 Magnum by Nova. Is there a reason for them not start? I can't believe I never noticed that.
Felt that one. They aren't paying me enough for this.
That sounds like a good feature if you're thinking. Ship parts, sorry. More ship parts. More ship parts. Honestly, just some more lore stuff. Yeah, that does make sense though. Come on, UC people, let's go. Hopefully with the next Elder Scrolls and also Fallout, hopefully you'll be able to reuse the boost pack code to kind of make flying, like imagine Elder Scrolls flying like a flight spell. We can finally give that one, what was that one elf? The dark elf who's always trying to learn how to fly? There we go. There we go. Oh, this is so fun. I'm gonna have to call it for tonight, guys. It was good playing. I will catch you guys probably during the week, maybe Tuesday or Wednesday, because I need to finish Avowed and I need to keep doing more Adam Ball. But thank you guys for joining me, and have a good rest of your day /night/evening. Bye bye, everybody.